everyone, welcome to Emerging Technologies YouTube channel. Thanks for subscribing my channel. In last video I have discussed about HTML demo. In this video I am discussing about HTML introduction. Before starting HTML introduction, I want to give you a brief description about what is web page and how the web page is used in HTML. As I said that before starting an introduction of HTML, I want to give a brief description of web page. Web page is a document commonly written in HTML that is viewed in internet browser. It may contain text, graphics, hyperlinks to other web pages and files. It often uses to provide information to viewers, including pictures or video to help illustrate important topics. Web page is a document available on World Wide Web. Static web pages are also known as flat or stationary web pages. Dynamic web pages show different information at different point of time. Client-side scripting refers to the programming that are executed on client-side. E-commerce websites, blogs, private websites, picture sharing websites, cell system website, brochure catalog, and fashion website, information website, social media and networking websites. So this is of web pages. This is a basic of web pages. I'm not going deeper into the web pages. So next, coming to the main topic of introduction of HTML. Here we go. Here is the main topic that we are going to discuss. Introduction of HTML. HTML means hypertext markup language. Uses a markup system composed to element which represent specific content. Markup means that with HTML you declare what is presented to a viewer, not how it is presented. Visual representation are defined by cascading style sheet and realized by browsers. Still existing elements that allows for such like example font are entirely absolute and must not be used by others. I will say about cascading style sheet, which is more important for HTML upcoming videos. So I'm not saying much more about cascading style sheet. I will say later in different video. HTML is something called a programming language, but it has no logic. So it is a markup language. HTML tags provide semantic meaning and machine readability to the content in the page. An element usually consists of an opening tags and closing tags, which contains the element name surrounded by angle brackets and the content in between. Here I have given how the opening tags and closing tags are. So there are some HTML elements that don't have a closing tags or any contents. These are called void elements. Void elements include image, meta, link, and input. Meta is used before, actually I think now are also, but so coming to the next topic, elements names can be thought of as descriptive keywords for the content they contain, such as video, audio, table, footer. A element page may consist of potentially hundreds of elements which are then read by a web browser, interpreted and written into human readability or audibility content on the screen. For this document, it is important to note the difference between elements and tag. Elements means video, audio, table, footer. Tag means video. It has a tag, opening tag and close tag, how I showed before. So video, audio, table, footer will have tags. That so now I'll explain how to create a page using HTML tag one by one. So now I'll explain how to create a page using HTML tags one by one. Creating a simple page. First of all, open Notepad in PC or laptop. First click on to start button. There you will find Notepad. If you don't find Notepad, go to start menu and search in search box Notepad. You will find it there. And if you are using Mac, open test editor and do HTML coding. I don't have Mac, so I'm using only Notepad. After lockdown completes, if my friend anyone have Mac, I will definitely try it in Mac. If it works, I will definitely upload that one also. Thank you. Now coming to the main part, HTML coding. I have opened Notepad. I am writing opening bracket, next exclamatory mark, DOCTYPE. Should be doc type should be in capital letter, space, HTML in small letter, closing tab, closing tag. And now I am going back to the explanation why we should write uh, open bracket exclamatory mark doc type space html closing tag, because it defines html version used in the document. Again going back to the code. Again going back to the code part. Again opening the notepad, open bracket html small letters and close bracket. Again I'm going to the explanation part. Why we use html tag? Because it opens the page and the language attribute declares the primary language of the page using the iOS language codes. Again going to the code. Again going to the code part. Opening the notepad and writing open tag body body small letters closing tag. Again going to the explanation. Why we use body tag? Because it is used to contain a web page content including hyperlinks, image tables, text, etc. It has only one body tag. Again going back to the code part. I'm going to the coding part, opening the notepad and writing the code. Open tag h1 closing tag, and again opening tag / h1 closing tag. Why we use opening tag h1 closing tag? Means it is a head opening tag. H means head. And why we use opening tag / h1 closing tag? Because it is head closing tag. Search engines use the heading to index the structure and content to your web pages. Users skim your pages by its heading. It is important to use heading to show the document structure. Again going back to the coding part. Again going back to the coding part. I'm opening notepad. I'm writing again opening tag p1 closing tag. Again opening tag / p1 closing tag. P means paragraph. And again I'm going to the explanation. Here actually I have written this is called head opening tag, but sorry, I have seen now only after editing. It is a paragraph opening tag. Opening tag p1 closing tag means paragraph opening tag, and opening tag / p1 closing tag means paragraph closing tag represents a common paragraph of text. If you want to keep title of your page, then you can keep your title also. If you don't want to keep your title, then no problem at all, but it doesn't appear any title. Again going to the coding part to add title. Now going back to the coding part to add title tag. Before adding title tag, we should add head tag. So below the HTML tag, we will add head opening bracket head closing bracket. Again going back to the explanation why we use head tag below HTML tag, because opens the head section which does not appears in the main browser window but mainly contains information about the HTML document called metadata. It can also contain import from external style sheet and script. Again going to the code data. Now we should add title tag. So where will we add? Going to the code. Below the head we will add title tag. Opening bracket title closing bracket title. We will close there only title tag. Opening bracket / title title. Now going back to the explanation why we use title tag. The title of the page text written between the opening and the closing tag will be displayed on the tab of the page or in the title bar of the browser. Again, going back to the coding part, after opening title page and closing in the title page, next, sorry, I have written there net, actually is next step is to close the head tag. So going to the coding part, below the title tag we'll write opening tag / head closing tag, so the head will be closed. Thank you so much for tuning into this channel. Like, share and subscribe to my channel.